And here they come. Please welcome Realtor.com.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. Media Post, thanks for having us here today. We really appreciate it. We are here to talk about real estate, which I guess on the surface doesn't make a lot of sense when you just see that Realtor.com is here and we're here to talk about real estate. But what we're really here to talk about is the connection between buying a home, renting a home, moving really, and buying or leasing an automobile. I'm Randy Saperstone. I am the Vice President of Advertising Sales for Realtor.com. This is Kristina Hacker. She is our Executive Creative Director and works inside of our brand studios at Realtor.com. And we're here to be, one, your soundtrack to lunch. So thanks for, again, letting us talk over your lunch. We're going to dive into, in just a second, what that connection looks like. And there will be a QR code at the end of the presentation, so if you have a chance at the end, hold up your phone and you can download the deck. But all the information will be there. Get the clicker to work here. Oh, did it. So we are the #1 most trusted site for real estate professionals out on the internet. And it stands to reason that if you're the #1 site for real estate professionals, you also have the most high-intent consumers on the site. When we think about high-intent consumers, those consumers are obviously out doing things. They're purchasing products, they're purchasing services and whatnot. This is a picture of my family. Just kidding, he has a lot more hair than I do. But basically, this family is going through the same thing that I went through about 10, 12 years ago. I was living in Hoboken, New Jersey, right across the water here. I moved maybe about 20 miles out further into more suburban New Jersey. The first thing I needed to do was to go out and buy a car. Really, within 30 days, I had a car in Hoboken, but I immediately needed 2 cars. Went out and bought a car literally within 30 days. And it started to get me thinking, well, if I have to go buy a car, and pretty immediately, and I had already kind of thought about what I wanted, kind of thought about my family, the size of my family. What about everybody else who's moving? And again, this was 10 years ago, and that thought stuck with me. But what about people who buy vacation homes? Could be that they're buying convertibles for their vacation homes. People who are having more children are upsizing to SUVs. Maybe moving to build bigger houses from a smaller house to a larger house. If I'm downsizing, maybe I'm upgrading my car. Maybe I'm getting a more luxurious ride because I'm saving a little bit of money on downsizing my house. So these were all things that kind of floated through our mind. And what we went and did is we partnered with TransUnion. And TransUnion, and this is the methodology here, and there's more methodology in the leave behind. But basically what TransUnion did is they took a look at everybody who was moving. We just took a look at hard credit pulls, somebody who's moving, applying for a mortgage, or somebody who's potentially renting. And we matched that up with somebody who's buying or leasing a car. I mean, it was very straightforward. And we also did it within a 6-month window. So just 180 days from the time they pulled that credit to the time that they purchased that automobile. And thankfully, what came out of it was really pretty dramatic and really very interesting to us. And it was something that we felt like we had to bring here, and we really had to make sure that automotive marketers saw the data and understood what that connection was. But the main point here is that people who move are 3 times more likely to buy a car than people who don't move. That's it. People who move are 3 times more likely to buy a car than people who don't move. So it's a dramatic lift at that point. And we, as marketers at Realtor.com, and myself and advertising sales and Kristina, who develops this creative, we know you all as marketers are always looking for an edge. You're looking for something a little bit different. If you're a challenger brand, maybe this is that edge. Maybe this is that little pocket that you haven't explored. But once we saw that data, we recognized that we are probably an endemic for this particular vertical. So we wanted to make sure that we brought this message out to you now. In addition, we also recognized that this wasn't just a blip. We wanted to make sure that it wasn't just a blip. This wasn't just a one-year thing. So we took a look at purchase behavior over the course of about 3 years, and we noticed that everything continued to go up and to the right. Obviously, there had been supply chain issues. There had been chip shortages. Nevertheless, everything continues to go up and to the right, and you see the growth against people who are moving and people who are buying cars. And even when you take a look at all the numbers and you look at all the people who are moving, there are about 6 million people annually who purchase a home. There are about 12 to 13 million people annually who rent a home. 20 million people are moving on an annual basis, and about 10 to 11% of them are either buying or leasing a car. So that's 2 million people a year buying automobiles because they're moving, specifically because they're making that transition. So there's a huge market out there that we can help you tap into. And again, this is all new data. This is actually the first place that we're rolling this out. We haven't released this information. We haven't sent it out in an email. It's not on LinkedIn yet. So this is the first group of folks who has the opportunity to take a look at this. We wanted to make sure you saw it first. Additionally, people who are shopping for homes are looking for automobiles at the same time because, again, that activation period is, in some cases, instantaneous, right when they move. Sometimes it's the next day because somebody's in a suburb and they don't have a car. If you move from New York City and I don't have a car and I move to Connecticut or New Jersey and I need a car, it could be the next day I'm out buying a car. But what we know is that all of this purchase behavior is taking place within a 180-day time frame from the point of move. So with that, I am going to pass it along to Kristina, who's going to walk you through some of the really high-impact creative, some of the really dynamic creative that we've developed, and how we can use our first-party data to make sure that we are targeting the appropriate consumer for you on Realtor.com. Kristina, where's the big button?
Okay. Awesome. Thank you. So just like Randy said, we didn't just want to come here and tell you why homebuyers are your untapped audience. We really wanted to show you how and where you can reach homebuyers on Realtor.com with this key messaging. So I want to start with a welcome to the neighborhood. Our search results pages on Realtor.com are truly the neighborhood. These are the places where our users are considering buying homes. They show all the homes for sale in that area and also amenities like grocery stores and gas stations. And then you can see this high impact creative right at the top of the page that is literally driving home this messaging. And then here's kind of a fun one. We can show beach-ready Broncos to people who are searching in beach communities. Did you know that you can also filter your home search actually by the size of the garage? So here we're showing a search for homes with 2+ garage bays, and then we're targeting this creative to this user who clearly cares about where their car is going to live to. Now I want to visit a new construction page. So buyers who are searching for new construction homes actually get to customize that new build sort of as it's being built, kind of similar to how they might customize their new car. So we can imagine them here choosing their quartz countertops and choosing their all-leather interiors. I could literally go on and on about this, but, you know, adventure-ready cars for adventure seekers who are looking for homes with a view. Compact SUVs for growing families who are searching for homes with 4+ bedrooms. And then we really wanted to bring you something that's truly new. So in addition to this research being debuted here, this is the first time we're showing this brand new sponsorship opportunity that we've created specifically for the auto category. So Realtor.com already has our commute time calculator, and we've actually turned this into a sponsorable opportunity, and we're adding a brand new feature. So this new feature will allow users to actually choose to calculate their commute cost as well. So it will calculate how much in gas price that commute might cost, but also how much savings they might be able to enjoy by switching to an electric vehicle. And then we know that our new electric vehicle owners are going to care where they can charge their electric vehicle. So this sponsorship opportunity also includes our neighborhood maps, which live on all of our search results pages and all of our listing details pages. And they show all the EV parking locations that surround those homes and are in those neighborhoods where our users are considering purchasing a home. And that's all we have for you today in terms of our presentation, but just like they said, definitely check out our chocolate bars on all of your tables. They're really good. And as Randy mentioned, this QR code will allow you to download our presentation for today. We'll all be around and we'll be walking the floor this afternoon, so definitely come find us and ask any questions. Thanks for having us.
All right, Kristina and Randy, thanks so much.